What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your girl, Molinda Jae, and my voice is back, baby. Okay. So today I'll be discussing the student loans and the House voting to claw back the panoramic forbearance and debt relief. And this will be coming from Yahoo Finance, from yahoo.com. So let's go ahead and get into it because I don't want to hold y'all up on this particular scenario. And it's about to get real out here in these streets. Okay, it says the U.S. House of Representatives voted in favor of a bill that will claw back, pause student loan payments, and block the president's student debt forgiveness program. The bill, called the Congressional Review Act (CRA), was passed by 218-203 vote, with at least two Democratic representatives appearing to appear or support the measure. It will require the Education Department to reverse months of forbearance since the September 2022 and waive interest charges that was a part of the federal response to the C-19 panoramic. It could also prevent the implementation of President Joe Biden's up to 20,000 cancellation of student loan debt, regardless of how the Supreme Court rules on the legality of the program. The measures which the president has voted to veto it, if passes, the Senate would leave 40 million student loan borrowers with past due balances on their loans, plus new interest charges. Voting in favor of CRA is really a pretty extraordinary slap in the face to representatives' constituents. Abby Shafroth, a senior attorney with National Consumer Law Center, told Yahoo Finance it would not only break a promise the government has already made to the constituents to provide them life-changing debt relief, but also increase their student loan balances right now by undoing past months of 0% and radioactively charging interest for that time. Other advocates worry that resolution could reinstate debt for borrowers who receive debt cancellation under the public service loan program. Many individuals whose loans were discharged under long-standing forgiveness programs such as public service loan forgiveness could see their debts reinstated, such as public service loan forgiveness could see their debts reinstated. Okay. Eden Insel, public policy manager at National Consumers League, told Yahoo Finance this will be all in addition to the dangers of restarting monthly payments during high inflation and without the president's debt cancellation. The American Federation of Teachers, AFT, the Student Borrower Protection Center, SBPC, all these alphabets, easy as 1, 2, 3, released a new report Tuesday showing that CRA resolution could cause far greater harm to the public service workers with student debt. The CRA would impact the public service loan forgiveness, block Biden's student loan cancellation, and will roll back debt relief already delivered, Mike Pierce, executive director of the Student Borrowers Protection Center, said in a press conference. He quoted, "It would strike down an existing set of programs having an immediate impact on borrowers by invalidating student loan policies since 2022. End quote. Around 6,600 public servants workers who received debt cancellation from September 2022 through March 2023 through the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program would have $19.5 billion in debt put back in place as a result of CRA, according to the AFT, American Federation of Teachers, and the SBPC report. On the other end, the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget estimated that if the measure passed, it would reduce deficits by $316 billion through 33. The public policy a nonprofit instead said the administration should find a bipartisan path forward that truly reforms the system. CRFB President Maya McGee's said in a statement, the back and forth between supporters and critics is most moot. It's likely that the bill would pass in the Senate or survive a presidential veto. Mark can Trostwith, author and student loan expert, told Yahoo Finance. The White House reiterated that stance on Wednesday in a press brief before the House voted. And know this, President Biden won't stand for it. The White House Press Secretary Karen Pierre said he will veto this bill. And that's the end of this article. So, y'all, they are planning on clawing back the forbiddance and the debt relief and add interest to the darn payments of it being reinstated, and then, having people to pay back the student loans and then some. So y'all, what are your thoughts? I want to know about this in the comment section below, because when the article came out, I was like, oh, here we go again, because each time they would try to restart this thing, something else would come about, and then they'd have to push that mother trucker back a couple more months or to a year out, just depending on how hard the situation is. But now the alleged panoramic is like slowly going in and out type of deal. It's like, okay. And it's crazy that they mention the student loans when the debt version, like the federal debt on whether they are going to go into default or not, that is approaching as well. The deadline for that is approaching. So it's like, it's quite interesting that the decision for the debt ceiling to go either in default or to have a set budget on that decision is approaching very quickly. And then all of a sudden they want to mention the student loans, like, okay, the only way we can, or some of the ways that we can, help regulate this is reinstating the student loans. And I'm like, bro, like, the way y'all throwing them coins, throwing that money to Ukraine and them other countries like it ain't nothing, I'm gonna need y'all to have that same energy when it comes to raising up these wages for us, so we can have so we can at least live a little bit more comfortably in the circumstances that we are in now. Because again, I'm gonna say this until it goes into effect, that the federal minimum wage is still at $7.25, even though there are companies that are out here that pay above the federal minimum wage. You still have other companies that still pay that particular wage because it is federally set. So with that being said, if y'all can just raise that mother trucker up to the standard, to a good quality wage, we probably won't be in this situation. But then you got the other folks on the other side. Well, if you raise the debt, if you raise the wages, it's going to offset everything else was going on. Well, we went 3 years without paying for anything. So, are you happy? We survived this long without paying anything. So why not exclude it all? You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to affect anything. Let's keep it real. Majority of this stuff is a scam anyway. Taking these ACTs, these SATs. Then you got these other organizations that overseeing the curriculum of the school, which is like centuries behind. Then you got other folks that want to regulate how the kids want to be taught in school, basically erasing majority of the history and stuff like that. Like, come on now, be for real, y'all. Be for real. And the ones who have paid off their student loans, congratulations to y'all. Do y'all want a motherfucking cookie? Okay. Do y'all want a cookie? Because again, the cost of college back then is way different than what the cost of college is now. I stated this in the previous video that I find it quite strange or quite peculiar that, you know, when you turn 18 or whenever you get out of high school and you go out for college and you don't have no scholarships because you don't meet the requirements, especially if you meet some of them but not all of them when it comes to these scholarships, and you have to apply for the federal student aid. And depending on what age you are, your parents have to sign off on the loan, okay? And then you got to sign off on the loan whenever you turn probably like 21, 22. And then you'll qualify for some Pell Grants, you know what I'm saying? And with the grants, you don't have to pay that back. And then on top of that, you got to worry about all this other, how you going to live, how you going to eat, are you going to take on a second job? And then it depends on your major too. Because you have to be in school full time to get a good lump sum to be able to get your books and get your decal, make sure everything else is paid off, and then you can either keep that money to the side for a rainy day, or, you know, continue to pay your rent and stuff on time using that refund if you're not spending on miscellaneous stuff, you know what I'm saying, already. But again, that is each is their own on how we regulate money. We wasn't taught in school about how to regulate money unless you were in a specialized school, you know what I'm saying? And so it would be nice if those teachings were implemented in the school, because that would teach us how to navigate our lives better financially. But no, y'all want to keep us in a hole. Y'all want to keep us in a hole. And we don't want to be kept in a hole, bro. We want to live comfortable. Like that little cat, we just want to live. Okay, and I'm not even gonna sing out fully because I'm just now regaining my voice back. But y'all get what I'm saying? Like, raise up the wages. Y'all talking about inflation here, inflation there, here, inflation everywhere. But at the same time, we just want to live comfortably. So again, we have survived this long without paying those student loans. Okay, people are able to get groceries without having to pay student loans, because what they paying on their groceries now, that's how much money they was using to pay the student, to try to pay their student loans off, to be on time. So with that being said, again, I want to hear y'all thoughts, because again, I find it peculiar on define the age to. We need to define an adult age all across the board when it comes to regulating stuff in a financial manner or not. Because again, when you're 18, you get this and you go to college because that is the societal standard norm that you go to college, get a degree. If you don't want to go to college, you go for a 2-year trade. If you don't want to do that, you go in the military, you know what I'm saying? So you can be able to get some type of benefits from that. If not, then you go straight to work. And then once you gain enough coinage, then you go to school and you start doing the classes that you want to do, so you can be able to get your degree, whether it's a 2-year or 4-year degree. It's just going to take a little bit longer for you to obtain a degree, because you're not doing 4 years. It may extend out to 6 years, may extend out to 8 years. Like, I didn't finish college till like 6 years into it, but that was because the major I was going for. Okay, for the easy majors, it may take 4 years. You know what I'm saying? But if it's those professional degrees and stuff, it's going to take longer than 4 years. So that's one stigma that we need to normalize as well, which is it's not going to take 4 years to finish college. It's going to take at minimum 5 to 6 years to finish college, and everybody's circumstances is different too. So with that being said, chime down in the comment section below on that. You're getting student loans at age 18, maybe younger, depending on how fast you graduate high school, because there are some high schools where you graduate with associates and a high school diploma. And then, of course, whenever you get to the age of 21, 22, you are able to sign off on the student loans yourself, and then you'll qualify for Pell Grants. And then on the flip side, whenever you turn the age 25, 26, you get knocked off your parents' you get knocked off your parents' insurance, to where you have to apply for medical insurance and medical insurance for the most part. And then at the age of 21, you're able to drink. So it's just like, what is considered an adult age? Because you're in debt by the age of 18 already, just by going to college, okay? Whether it's small or big. And then at the same time, your brain doesn't fully develop until you about age 25, 26. So make it make sense for me. But otherwise, yeah, I'm going to keep it short, keep it cute on this little subject matter. Again, chime down in the comment section what y'all think about them reinstating these student loans, girl. Are you gonna pay them? Are you gonna stick beside and stand 10 toes down on it and be like, I ain't paying for that ish. I survived this long without paying it, so why should I continue paying paying it back? You know what I'm saying? Okay. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. I thank you all for sticking around. To all the subscribers who have subscribed so far, I thank you all so much. My gratitude is very appreciated on y'all end. Y'all just don't know. When I seen that number going over 100, I was like, yeah, keep it going, because I'm trying to reach to 1,000, okay? But with that, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video, and I'll come up with a little saying I'll come up with my little saying sometime soon. They'll come to me. But like, share, comment, and subscribe.